Hello, RC Rockin' here once again. After a bit of recording issues, I managed to get Bandicam to work with WarThunder. And by recording issues, I mean me running Media Player at the same time with WarThunder running in the background, which can cause issues. My crappy computer. Anyway, so I have finally unlocked my Tiger 2. Now, as you know, I think the last video I did here was on the Panther, which I still have the Panther. And really this is more of a catch-up video. Now that I'm going to be showing gameplay on my BR4 Tiger 2. I might leave a link to that point in the video. Or I'll just leave maybe a comment saying skip to this number for Tiger gameplay. Anyways, so there's been a lot more additions to WarThunder recently. As you noticed, there's a new button down here called presets, which can allow you to choose between your, tank presets or BR1 presets or your plane sets. That way you don't have to go for each and every single crew member changing them out like this. Which I never actually knew this until I saw someone do it. I never knew you could do this. I just never bothered with that. Yeah, I also got my F4. The Russian tanks, I have unlocked myself a bit deeper into the Russian tanks. I haven't been playing WarThunder as often recently, but... Well, actually, recently I've only been playing WarThunder because of the Tiger 2 being unlocked. My British planes are going quite far. Feel low for me. Got my bow fighter. Wellington's got an OP gun. No advancement on an American line. Not at all. I mean, I almost researched a 1C, but I'm not grinding again. I kind of like the fast turners a bit more. Just switch to presets now. Another thing has been added, which I'm going to cover here. This is actually really cool. Really cool. So I'm going to go into my Tiger 2 customization. It'll load here. Now Tiger 2 is a beautiful tank. Now this is the Porsche turret. And if I show you the stats, go back here a second. It says, right here, turret armor is only 80 millimeters. I'm pointing to the screen as if you can see it because I can't point to it with my mouse. Anyway, turret armor 80 millimeters all around. But if I go into the armor view and the customization, which you can do this outside of customization too, the turret front still has 100 millimeters. Oh, WarThunder. You gotta question what they're thinking sometimes. I mean, it says 100 millimeters right there. It's telling you they did not change the thickness at all. They just said it was thinner. Please, the idiots. Now, that is... effective thickness is 200 millimeters there. And this is actually really cool. So you can, see the gun thickness of the mantlet there. 110 millimeters. It's pretty thin. You get 28 millimeter gun, or thick gun, which you're not going to be getting shot in the gun anytime soon, but it's there. And interestingly enough, I found out something new. This little ball thing here, I always recognize it as a weak point, but actually, it's only a weak point if you have enough penetration to go through the raw armor itself. So that there is 200 millimeters over thick. Of course, this lower plate is actually thinner. Yeah. You can see the track thickness. Playing around a bit here. 30 millimeters. And interestingly enough, and I didn't think they'd actually modeled that, because I've had shells go through my tracks before and hit my ammo rack in the bottom. Which I don't think there's one in this tank, but ooh. There you go, there's a weak point. 80 millimeters on the side. Both sides. I wonder if they... Oh, wow. They even modeled the armor right there. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't think they would actually model that. Like, I thought some tanks, they just had it where there was nothing in there. But yeah, that kind of makes sense now, though. Rear armor is okay. Yeah, you're not going to be showing your rear to anyone in this tank. This tank can turn. Like, it is a beast at turning. The hatch is actually quite thick, which I've actually has some interesting things where, well, they've added a kill cam in now. That's right, there's a kill cam in the game. And basically what it does is the shell, if it penetrates your armor, it shows you how your tank died. And this is amazing. This is just like some real talent. Like, this makes up for the fact that there's certain errors. Like, I'm pretty sure you can't shoot the optics and kill the driver. Just the way it's set up. Now, interestingly enough, I saw Fury yesterday. Very good movie. Do recommend seeing it. It's a bit graphic, so if Saving Private Ryan, you know, got on your bad side and made you feel queasy, you're not gonna like Fury. But what I've noticed about the Tiger 2 here is, look how spaced out the ammo racks are. Look how spacey everything is. The Tiger 1 wasn't like this. Everything was compact. The Tiger 2, it's all spaced out, and I really like that. It's very hard to kill a crew on the Tiger 2. It's a very tough tank. Even if you penetrate it, there's no guarantee you'll kill it. Unless you hit the ammo racks. Which, by the way, any German tank, there's my advice. Penetrate the side armor, hit it under the turret, or right here. If they're smart, there's no ammo rack here, but that's because I actually am smart enough not to have full ammo. If you had full ammo, there'd be an ammo rack here and probably down there. But yeah, it's actually quite cool. It shows you gun breech, where they would sit, the elevation mechanism, horizontal drive. I don't know where the elevation mechanism is. Oh, that's interesting. There is no elevation mechanism. There's no elevation mechanism. Oh dear. So that's telling me the person aiming the gun actually has to, you know, point it up and down manually. No wonder it's so slow. Okay. Yeah. Now, there were more tanks added, as you may be aware. There are also more planes added. They added the Martyr Free, the Stug Free Als G, KV-1B 756, which is a captured KV-1 with a 75mm KWK L48. And they added new anti-aircraft. So now, if you like the SDF or SDKFZ and you feel over-tiered sometimes, you got these. The Flak Panzer Wirbelwind, which is this thing, and it looks ridiculous. It just looks ridiculous. Like, what the hell? Okay, let me turn this off. I'll show you what it looks like. I'm sorry, does someone order a spear on a tank? And it is ridiculous too, because it's got 4 20mm, which I believe is, let's see, the same amount the DO-217 has. Absolutely fantastic. Of course, don't expect to bounce anything in these. These are not SPGs, SPAAs, anti-aircraft. So, you know, you're not built to be shot at by tanks. You're built to be shot at by planes. Survive bombs. There's the Ostwind, which has a faster firing for 87mm, I believe. The Kublitz, which has 230mm. That's going to cause some damage. And the Kolian, which has 237mm. They're probably fast firing, too. For Russian tank. Okay, so that's 10 minutes right there. And cut out there. So for the Russian tanks, as I was saying, I've actually unlocked and bought the Su-85. I don't have a premium because I do not want to pay for this game because WarThunder does get things wrong. But for the Russian tanks, you get the new ZSU 37, which is 37mm flak, and you get 27 on this, or 25mm cannon, and then you get the 57mm S. Now this tank, that's two 50mm cannons, and they're auto loaders. That's insane. Look at the customization. Yeah. It doesn't actually tell you how much per... But look at the penetration. This thing is the bane of tanks. I would not want to be anywhere near this thing. This can pin 100mm armor. That means it can pin the back of this, and the side of this, and the front of this. That can pin the back of this, and the side of this. It can pin the back and the side of this. And anything below. The KV-85, now, you do not have to go through the KV-85. You now can go around it to the IS-1 immediately, unlike last time. And, well, you know, has the same problem as the KV-1. I'm not, thank you. And then, so you can go around the KV-85 now, if you really don't like it. And new Russian planes. Now, I know immediately what you're going to think. Oh god, WarThunder, why are you adding more OP Russians? Now, that may be true for the IL-28, which has two 23mm BK cannons. Actually, no, NR-23 cannons, which I imagine are pretty devastating. I don't have any jets. You got two 20mm NR cans on the back, which it has a back gunner, as you can see right there on the tail, the two little guns sticking out. And they added the Yak-9 here. Now, this Yak-9 has the 20mm Shavak cannons. I do not know if I'm pronouncing that. The Berezin Ubi machine gun? I don't know. So now there's a bit of progression there. The Type 28, the I-16, they said they added more variants of the I-16. Oh god. They moved the I-16 down. It didn't change a thing. Really? They just added another variant so it's different. You now have to go for the MiG-334, which I actually quite enjoyed. It's a nice plane. And that's actually the one I'm on now. I've unlocked that. And that's it. That's pretty much it there. That's what's been added on their side. And there's just so much to go through here. I mean, really, there is. I could go on for ages. There's new Japanese planes. You got the R2Y2 jet bombers, which have guns on them, so yeah. You got the ME-262 for Japan. Yes, I believe it's an ME-262 for Japan. And you get that. That's a canard plane of some sorts. Yeah. Quite weird. And really they've added planes in every nation. Like, the British now have the Venom, the FB4, which has four 20mm Mark V Hispanos, which I've heard are a bit awkward. And then you get the Canberra Mark II. And the B7... Yeah, I cannot talk today. And the Americans now get the B-57. So yeah. When will the B-29 be added? Actually, no, they said they wouldn't want to add the B-29 because of the bomb load. Anyway. So that's that. That concludes, I believe, almost everything in this update. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and get into some gameplay. And I'll see you there. Hello, so we're here on Domination in Jungle. I was actually just looking at the tech tree, and it seems like I missed a tank. A Panzerkampfwagen LH2, something like that. It's a light tank with a 50mm gun. It's cute. I actually might get that. That's a nice looking tank. I actually quite like it. Okay, so Tiger 2. You're on Jungle. Now, something I forgot to mention, there were two new apps. No, we're not talking about phones here. There were two new maps added to the game. Mozdok and Poland. This is not the map, but I will be posting gameplay of the map. And the map after that. And, well, Mozdok's a bit one-sided in arcade. But decent. And Poland is just, you know, same exact story. No real difference. One-sided in arcade. But in realistic, they're actually quite balanced. Now the Tiger 2 has an amazing amount of armor. This is just a fast tank. I really love it. And I either just took my finger off the W or I stalled. I really love that they model that in WarThunder, where your tank will sometimes, the engine will stop. They're really good at modeling that kind of stuff. So there is the next version of this tank, the Panzerkampfwagen 6 Aus BH. Is a Tiger 2 with a new turret. Just find it hilarious that Gaijin, oh, he nerfed it by 20mm. Absolutely no change in the armor whatsoever, just say it. And then don't do it. E44, ooh, he's a danger. So, Saving Private Ryan, yeah. Not Saving Private Ryan, dude. Actually, it was a graphic movie, I remember that. That was a graphic movie, but... Fury. If you're squeamish or faint of heart, do not watch Fury. If you've had a breakup recently, do not watch Fury. That's basically what I have to say about that. It's a very good movie, but it's very graphic. It's very illustrative of what it was like in Nazi Germany in World War II. IS-2. I went under, I think. But I feel that demonstrates there's a lot of tactics that are actually used in that movie that, you know, tanks actually did and that tankers would actually do during World War II. Now, it's not much of a spoiler, so I might say this spoilers alert, so listening to this, do not listen if you do not want the spoiler. It's really not much of a spoiler and more of a fact. In World War II, they would hide behind the tanks and use the tanks as a moving wall. And basically what this was a tactic called Scratch My Back. The tankers like to call it that. And basically this infantry would do is they would hide behind the tanks as the tanks moved up and would put fire into the bush line or hedge line, wherever the enemy was hiding as they moved up. Can I make that cliff? Yeah. And basically, we cover the infantry, and the infantry covered the tank. It meant no Panzerfaust sneaking up on the tank, because the infantry were making sure of that. And the tank would make sure that, you know, the infantry wouldn't get blown up. Because, you know, it'd probably ruin your day if you got hit by a 75mm HE shell. This is ESU thinks he can pin my Tiger 2. This is cute. It's a very quick game. It wasn't a big game. You don't really find big games at this here in Ode. But we found the enemy. That's the good news. We found the enemy. The ZSU... It just looks ugly about the mud flaps. I really do think it looks ugly about the mud flaps. Ugh. Mud flaps are a key thing to the tires. They look nice. Moving up. This is a very quick game. Didn't really get to do much though. Hate it when we have games like this because, you know, just you do so much and then, you know, you go so far. Wow, what are you gonna do now? ZSU, I might load high explosive for him. Enemy spotted. Firing. Floating armor piercing. And that's that. That is that. Someone's got 2 assists, or 2 bot kills. Where did he? Is he in there? Yeah, he's in the air. Oh shit, that's an AR too. We need to keep moving. I think I'm gonna be prioritized as a target. Sideways, 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 sideways. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Oh shit. Holy crap. The 88mm on him. Lead my shot. Let's see, I would say here. Miss. Keep moving, keep moving. Oh, I don't have any max inclination left. Keep moving, keep moving. Shit, shit. No, he's not gonna hit me. He doesn't have the proper velocity to hit me. He's going down. I say velocity, I mean angle, because you gotta come in at a certain angle to do certain things. Oh, what hit me? Someone just hit me. Oh! My little friend in the gas is back. Loading. Loading my explosive. Firing. See him. Burn. And that's that. That was a quick game. That was a quick, easy game. But, you know, what I covered in this video, I think this game will be fit. So there's some gameplay of a Tiger. Not the best game. You know, when you're in that kind of game, you just... It's hard to keep up in a heavy tank. You got not much speed. And, yeah. You don't have much speed, you have a lot of armor. You're great for fighting many when there's a bunch of tanks around. And just to show you the stats on the gun. 210 millimeters of penetration from 100 meters. 200 from 500 meters. 188 from 1,000 meters. It is truly the King Tiger. Or that's what the nickname was. So, I've been RC Rockin'. If you liked the video, please do leave a like. If you have any suggestions or want to see me play a certain tank or anything, leave a comment below. If you want to see some more of my future content, please click that subscribe button. It'd be very helpful to my channel. And if you can see some of my past content, I'll have a link to my channel in one top left or the top right. I'll see you next time.